Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to put on this 53-inch roof rack from Vault Cargo Systems. I'm going to put it on a Jeep. Through the process, I'm going to show you how it would fit on, why it'll fit on this. It's a universal system. It's not made for any specific track system, but there's obviously some it will and some it won't. You'll see when we put it on. It'll make a lot of sense to you about which ones it would and wouldn't work on. All right, so a couple things I want to show you on this. The basic premise for how this works is these are adjustable. So you can open it up and it'll go on, a larger rack or a smaller rack, and you tighten it up with the Allen wrench that comes with it. It allows you to, once you get it over the rail and where you need it, you can tighten it down, lock it in. The one thing I did want to mention about this Vault Cargo System thing that's really nice is it has a locking mechanism. So each rail will have one of these that lock. One of them won't, but one of them will. You can unlock that, and that's what allows you to get this wrench in here. If it's locked, the wrench won't go in. And so once you lock it, no one can come take them from you. They're going to be locked down pretty good, but you'll have to unlock it before you can adjust it. That's the important thing to know with that. So the first thing you want to do when you unpack this, before you mount these, you can do it before or after. I think it makes more sense probably to just do it first. It comes with these end caps that go on the end of these rails. I think it's mainly for noise reduction or something, but it makes it look a lot better. I guess it holds it together. But essentially you just take these end caps here and they only will fit one way, you'll see. You just shove that down on the end of that. And some people have talked about maybe taking a rubber mallet and pounding them down, a little bit, gently, sort of to tighten them up so they don't come flying off. I put mine on by hand and none of them have ever come off for me, so whatever you want to do there. All right, so once you get these loose, where you can open them up, that they'll fit over the rail, and they slide, so you can close them back up, and then you just tighten it down. Now you'll want to look from the front and make sure you have this thing in the middle. You don't want it all goofy and sideways. Okay, so that's good and tight. You go ahead and lock it back up. Okay, once you get these things tightened up and put on, a couple things you'll want to know about it. You might want to run around and just make sure they're all finished off tight. Sometimes when you tighten one side, you kind of loosen the other. Just go around and give it a couple turns on each one. The thing you want to know about these racks is it doesn't matter what car or what rail system you put them on. When you're going down the road about 50 miles an hour, you may hear it whistle or howl or something like that. It's no big deal. That's just going to happen. You put something on top of a moving vehicle, that's what's going to happen. So a couple things you can do to kind of lessen that is when you put a load on it, it actually will start to dampen and get quieter anyway. The other thing some people are doing is they put a fairing, they're buying an aftermarket fairing and putting on the front of it. I don't know that everybody wants to do that, but that would redirect the wind and keep that noise down. Another thing I've heard some people mention the kayaks. I think if you're going to put something on this rack, you're going to want to secure it. I mean, Vault makes all kinds of products and straps and ratchets and things that'll work great. Just make sure when you put something on that rack, you walk around, you look at it, and you see that you're actually going to keep that load down. Something like a kayak where you've got the front sticking out or even the back can catch wind and it can pull off there if it's not properly secured. So one of the ways I've seen people do that with a kayak is they come off the front and they use straps to attach it from the front of the kayak down to the front of the vehicle to keep that nose down so there can't get any lift up under it. But that's bad news if you lose a kayak or a box of clothes or whatever you want on the highway. So that's really it. It's pretty simple. There's not a lot of pieces to it. You just take it out. They're all adjustable. Again, it's a universal rack, so it'll install on a lot of different systems. You can tell from the Jeep here, it's got a round rail. Some of them have square rails, some of them have thin rails. As long as you can clamp that down reasonably onto that rail system, you're going to be fine. So the kind of rail systems that don't work, it's any kind of track system where the connection actually has to be in a track. It doesn't come for that. This is made to mount onto a rail. If you have existing rails, then you can probably get this thing to clamp on it. If you don't have existing rails, if you have a track system, it's not going to work unless you buy some sort of